Well, good morning. Welcome to Swabies, No Bees Bought British Treatment-Free Beekeeping. This morning I am going into the hives for the first time in 2026. Last time I went into them was October 2025. So aim of today is to find queens, mark queens, because I made such a hash of it at the beginning of last season that I stopped marking queens. I managed to catch them in the queen catchers and was crushing them and smothering them paint pen, and I just stopped. So I'm going to take it a bit steady. I'm just going to use my fingies with no gloves, and we'll see how we get on. I need to know exactly what sort of state the frames are in, what sort of state the larva's in, see what they've got. This time last year we were only 3 weeks away from the swarming, so today is the 7th of April, so I'm probably doing my first inspections fairly late compared to others, but looking at the fronts of all the hives, they all look really good, so I'm not particularly bothered about jumping in. I've got a rough idea of when they're going to swarm if I'm going by last year, so you know, what's the point in going in and doing things when just for the sake of doing them. So now we're getting close. I'm looking at doing some demo race splits, so I'm going to need to do those before the swarm cells really kick in. I think now is a good time to do it. We've got temperatures today are it's about 15 degrees and it's heading north of that in a little while, so it feels a lot warmer than that. It feels a lot warmer in the sun. So yeah, today is a good day just to crack on and see what we've got. Now none of these bees have been treated since, well, last time I done a treatment, which was on the resource hives, was 2024. And none of the Langstroth hives have ever had any treatments in them. If we go around and we have a quick look, you'll see that they're not in a bad state at all. There's no dysentery I can see at all. I can't see any form of any viruses or anything on the landing boards or on the floors in front of the hives, so they're all looking fairly good, which is exactly why I haven't bothered going into them yet. If it's not broken, don't bleed and fix it. So, but we will go in and I'll show you the outside and I'll show you the inside and we'll see how we get on. Here we go. So this is hive 6, as you can see, and we've got copious amounts of pollen going in here. All the hives, because of the strength of the hives at the front, all the hives have had a super put on them, and I've kept the 5-inch eek and some insulation above because it has still been getting cold at night, but I've put the super on there just to make sure that they've got plenty of room. But as you can see, they're yeah, they're doing all right there at the minute. So we'll have a look inside. Well, the other day when I took one of these off, the queen was underneath it, so I'm being a little bit more cautious this time. But wow, okay. So what I didn't have last year, which I've got this year, was some wet super frames, which they obviously appreciate. They're quite enjoying those. I just need to make sure that queen is below. Make sure you're in the right place. Queen is below the excluder on all of these. So actually, we'll put that on there. Right, okay, so let's have a look inside this one. So they didn't get treated at all last year. Yeah, They look fairly happy to me. These are actually marked down as having some form of Varroa hygienic behaviour in respect of I saw capping and uncapping in these, so they got a little red mark to say that they were good. Oh, sorry girls. I know I'm out of practice. I'm out of practice. Aren't we all out of practice, girls? Okay, so we got a lot of brace comb, cross comb on the edge there. You always get this with 8-frame Langstroths. Apparently, I don't know why I don't design them a little differently and just make them a little bit narrower with the actual brood bodies. But there you go. But anyway, Christ, it's full. That's chocker. They're going to pop. Keep an eye on them. I did notice last year, I put down on the calendar, there was a week and a bit before anything happened, I put down on the calendar I could feel something different in the apiary. Something didn't feel quite normal, and about 4 days later I put something's definitely off in the apiary, something doesn't feel right, and it was about 3 days after that everything, it was like a starting gun going off, everything swarmed. So I'm not feeling that quite yet, but I'm looking forward to when I do. Right, so this frame I've got here is an adapted frame from the British Standard, because that's all I had last year. I didn't have any drawn Langstroth frames at all, so everything was coming out of resource hives. And that is what this is. Well, we've got drones. That's something else I want to do as well this year. Sourwood Farm, I'm going to nick their idea of having drone frames that are part drone and part worker foundation. Oh, that'll do. We can see that. That's nice. There's nice pollen, some drone work in the centre of it. Looks quite good. Right, let's see if we can find a queenie. Some eggs. One glasses on for that. As you're saying that, I've got no glasses on. Right, can't see any eggs in there. Mind you, this is the very end frame, so they are being fairly quiet, fairly nice to me, considering. I'll pull that bit of rubber band out there. So what I'm going to have to do is set this one down on the side. Double checking for the queen, which is going to be quite difficult. And here's a lot of brace comb, sideways comb on here. Anyway, I'll try it like that. Look at that, girls. That's it. I don't want to crush any yet. I could do without the pheromones, to be honest. Right, got brood in all stages, eggs, larvae. Don't really want to keep this one out too long. Checking for the queen. I just know it's going to be one of those days where I can't find any queens at all. Pattern looks fairly good, brood looks quite clean, larvae looks clean. I'm going to have a quick look. If you see the queen, let me know. So she's not honey bound, but she's getting there a little bit. There we go. There's a bit of a breeze blowing up now. Get in, get out. Come on, out of the way, girl. Yep. You have a little bit more respect for bees when you're doing it with no gloves on. You have a tendency to take it a little bit more delicately. I just realised I have got glasses on. That's always a bonus. Right, can't see her in there. Still a bit of room on there for her to lay. You can start moving some of that honey up. So you notice I haven't put any smoke on these yet. Just take it gently. Come on, baby, where are you? Even after 4 years of doing this, my eyes are all over the place. I don't seem to forget what I'm supposed to be looking for. I have to. Right, we've got some chewing out going on there. See, this is what we was looking at the other day. I don't know whether we can. There it is. Hopefully that's in the middle of the shot. Now, I'm starting to pull some out. Anyway, this is taking too long. You can hear the buzzing is starting to get just a little louder. They're getting starting to get a little fed up. So I'm going to move through it a bit more quick. Can't see the queen, I'm not going to worry about it too much. There is not loads of drone being laid. So you can see there's some capping and uncapping on this frame as well. I hope that shows up because I can't see a thing. Anyway, they are being really good, he says, giving it the kiss of. You do notice though at different times of the year that they have a different attitude to you. But they are definitely developing drone. It's full of eggs. Might have a queen around here somewhere. Oh, I've got drone walking around. Let's see if I can show you that one. There's a drone in the middle there. So, walking drones, that's interesting. One thing you do realise is just how much it makes your fingers ache. Swinging frames around. I do like you girlies. We will be getting more of you, I hope. Once again, frame full of eggs. Cool. Right, last one. So I don't need to do too much to these. They're not ready to swarm yet. I think I will probably do a demo race split on them next week. Possibly the week after. Excuse me. there's not huge amounts of drone running around here, so she's still got room to lay like that. There's still some room on this one, so yeah, that one's very good though. Very happy. And she could be down as an awful lot of brace coat down the side here. She could be in amongst that bloody lot, which is a pain. I'm not going to dig it out just in case she is. Right, let's get those back in. Do it very gently, I don't want to roll in it. Very gently. When I do a demo ray, I'll obviously sort that mess out. Now, there's eggs underneath the queen excluder down there, so I don't have to worry about her being stuck in, or somehow managing to get above that and get into the super. Just put that back on there. That back on there. Hello, I've got something inside my bee suit. In my ear, it's a bee. It's gone. How the hell did that happen? That was lucky. Obviously it didn't want to be in my bee suit like I didn't want it to be in my bee suit. And that's it. First inspection of the season done.